Welcome back to the land of bourbon and bad decisions. This is the Tyler Morgan Show, and I am joined by my good friend Keith Malinak and Rob something something Polish.
There you go. Yep, that sounds about right.
Rob Barowski,
Rob
what's up?
Barowski, everybody.
What is going on?
How are y'all doing?
I'm doing amazingly well. And it's not because I've gotten into the alcoholic sipping cream yet,
Oh,
but I'm about
okay.
to.
If only
Yeah.
I could. If only I
Wait, what
could.
does that mean? Why can't you?
Because I still have work to do, unlike you people.
Oh,
Well, I'll be in bed in 20 minutes. No. As soon as we're done recording,
No,
I'll
you
be in
won't.
bed. So there's a trade-off. Oh my
that's
goodness. But
usually how it
it's
goes.
yeah, so this is fun. Very cool. What's the weather like? Oh no, don't answer that because you're not this isn't live. So say
Well,
it's
Well, no, that's
terrible.
it. That makes it even better.
it's dark. The weather is dark. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
move the screen, see a little bit of the sunset behind me
There
there.
you go.
Oh, I
But
wish I had a window.
it was a nice balmy like 48 degrees today. Of course, it started
Ooh.
off at like 29, so I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, it was a perfect day here, right, Rob?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was down around freezing when I woke up this morning.
Well, it's in the 60s all day. Like if I could do this conversation on the back patio, I'd do it. But then Rob would yell at me because my Wi-Fi sucks. It's worse than my landline.
Yep.
It's worse than my Ethernet cable, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
Well, brought to you by T-Mobile.
Brought to you by
Do 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 do
T-Mobile.
do.
All right. So
No, we will not be singing their silly song.
oh good.
They have a song.
The with the guys from Scrubs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that was them until now. Thank you.
You didn't know that
Thank you
was the
for that.
guys from Scrubs?
No. I didn't think of it as being their song. That's how ineffective their marketing is with me. I get wait, I have their home internet. Anyway, but I'll have you know, I had their home internet before that whole push started with those guys because if I hadn't I would not get it just in defiance of them, okay? So
It's like
that's
your
just annoying
commercial is
stuff, man.
gay.
It is
I'm not
so
buying
bad.
your service.
Yes, it's so bad. It's like, are they gonna make out? Like, what's about to happen here?
I
It's
mean, it
so
was fine when they were on Scrubs doing
yeah,
that, but
yeah.
20 years after Scrubs, they're
Doesn't work.
still doing
Yeah,
it.
Doesn't work on a compressed
there's
30
certain
second.
wells you should just not go back to.
Okay, yeah, and that's one of them for sure. The
And the
gay
black guy's
innuendo
always
well.
wearing green,
Is
like
he
he
really?
was in Scrubs. Yeah, he's always wearing green in those commercials.
Yeah. I didn't watch Scrubs that often. That's a show that Carrie always had on that I would just walk in and sit down and watch about 5 or 10 minutes at a time and just be like, I mean, it's cool, but I'm not getting invested. So anyway.
Yeah, and there's I mean, it could have. I mean, the people who I know who watched it, they loved it. But yeah, it's kind of like you. I never really, whatever.
I want to draw Rob's attention to something I just noticed. You titled this episode Christmas Spectacular.
I did,
So
and I don't
so
know what's
Very
very
offensive, seeing as we're in the middle of Hanukkah.
no wait, no, this doesn't air
just
until Christmas,
because
bro.
I went, just because
Okay,
I
fine.
went
Dude,
and
it's coming
had
out before
fried foods
Kwanzaa,
with
dang
guys
it.
who like candles last night does not mean I'm trying to be offensive to anyone.
No, I just
Hmm.
wonder like what we're supposed to do to make this like Christmassy. Rob and I as your guests on your Christmas episode. Like
We're
like
going to
should we be
sing about
singing
T-Mobile home internet.
Christmas carols or should we have a I
Well,
should have
I
a
mean,
little Christmas tree.
well, yeah, a lot of people listen to this show. They also listen to Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze, and there's only
Oh,
one
I will
Christmas
never
Carol
know.
that comes to mind when dealing with Pat Gray, and I can't hit those notes even because ever
Go
since I got
tell it.
intubated for my shoulder surgery,
Yeah.
I if I do a falsetto and then try to go really low with it, it's just gravel. There's nothing there.
Boy. See, I tell you that reminds me of when I had COVID. It was it was more
Oh,
than 6 months. It was almost a
oh
year
my God,
before
your
I could.
voice was killed for forever. Yeah.
Well, I didn't consider myself healed until I could do the Beavis impersonation again, because that was the last thing to come back, was my ability to impersonate Beavis of Beavis and Butthead fame, and that broke my heart, because for the longest time I thought that Wuhan had taken that joy from me, and then I could only do Butthead for about a year, and so it was a long time coming to get back to Beavis, and so thankfully he returned.
Well, if it makes you
Yeah.
feel any better, they don't even sound like that anymore.
Yeah, they sound a little
Yeah.
different
I,
as
I haven't
you
watched
age.
any of their new shows on Paramount. So, yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. The original was classic. The second incarnation around 2012 had a few decent moments. Um, it's been a rough watch now, and I don't think it's my sense of humor, because my sense of humor has gotten um, more and more juvenile as I've gotten older, and so it's not
Oh,
that;
yeah.
it's the story. Right? It's like when you have this much time, and Mike Judge is a genius, and Beck the musician is a genius. Those are the only two people that I've pointed to and said they're geniuses. Okay. So my threshold, I don't let a lot of people in that club, but it's like he didn't write down any compelling story. Compelling. I'm using the word compelling to describe Beavis
With
and
Beavis and
Butthead
Yeah,
Butthead. Yeah.
exactly.
storylines. But anyway, like I had ideas in the last 20 years cross my mind. I didn't write them down, but I thought, oh my gosh. Aslan, my daughter, come here. Let me tell you this. Wouldn't this be a great episode? Anyway, but
When
I'm
you want
just,
to talk about wells that you shouldn't go back to, the Beavis and Butthead one,
oh,
totally
you know what they should do?
should
They
not have
they
gone back to.
literally should just mock stuff. Don't do episodes where they're out and about in their little Beavis and Butthead world. They should just sit in front of stuff and do, like, you appreciate this reference, Rob. You know how they do they basically do a Mystery Science 3000 thing, right? Where they sit there and mock
Yeah.
videos, mock the 16 and pregnant and all the stuff like that. That's all they should do now.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as
100%.
music videos.
That's fair
Yeah.
too.
Now it's all, now they're literally just YouTube advertisements for albums. That's all they are now, because they're not on TV. CMT does not run country music videos. Great
Yeah.
American Country does not run country music videos. MTV, VH1, they don't run any pop music videos anymore.
What
It's
about
just
BET?
crap.
BET still got them, because that's
I
that's where
I
Rob
have,
goes.
you know, I'm not sure, but I'm willing to venture that the black entertainment that they feature on BET doesn't have a lot to do with soul, R&B, or hip hop anymore.
Yeah. You know
It's
what
all
I'm
like,
gonna do? You keep talking. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna tune to BET on my phone here. But one thing that annoys me with when I turn on my Samsung TV, and it always defaults to a music, like a video channel, because that's all those four
right.
digit channels are anymore. It's just that's where the music videos are. But it always defaults to that. It doesn't matter what I leave it on. It keeps going back to that whenever I turn it on, and it's the most annoying thing. Anyway,
Your
hang
TV
on.
is haunted.
It is definitely haunted. Okay, so I'm gonna go to. Let's see what's live on. Just so you know, Tyler Perry's Assisted Living is currently on
Okay,
BET.
I was going to make the smart ass comment that it's probably something where Tyler Perry is the showrunner. I was
There it
going
is.
to say that, and then it comes up as that. I'm gonna have to
So
figure out
hold
how
on.
to blur this for YouTube.
So they're basically
Oh,
going to make it. Is it just PTT now? Pilot, or
oh,
TPT? Tyler
there's
Perry
there's
Tyler
Television.
Perry TV.
so I didn't realize this. These are my options here. I've got BET Her, and BET in 4K. What do you think of that? Let's go to BET Her. It's just a commercial. You're lucky, Tyler. We won't have to worry about you having to blur anything out there.
Gee,
Yeah.
BET Her. I can imagine what that is. It's
I bet
Oh
it's
my
nothing
god,
but shows about women bitching about their man.
probably,
He ain't pay his child
probably.
support this month.
Back behind you there.
Let's see. Yep, I've got some Whistle Pig 6-year rye whiskey, Sazerac rye, Michter's. This is called the Dead, and it's Only find it in one place, and that is Deadwood, South Dakota.
That makes sense. Man, that's such a great show.
And it's especially considering it has a Wild Bill Hickok on the label. And they
Ah,
got a bottle of Legion, a bottle of Bullet Rye, and a bottle of Suntory Toki. Because who doesn't want a bottle of Japanese whiskey sitting around? And that's just what's on the shelf. I reach over here. There's a bottle of George Dickel. There's
Me. I need a
a
shelf.
jar of
I'm so
Clear,
thirsty. I'm so
I know.
thirsty.
I need a shelf. I need a shelf
jar
in
of
here.
a jar of brandy.
Hmm.
Then I get down by my feet, and there's some Woodford Reserve,
I put a shelf.
Jim Beam,
Right above the Shiner sign there, Keith.
right?
Just take the
Perfect
pictures
place
down.
for it.
Right
Nobody
here.
wants
And
to
then
see your
some
pictures.
Evan Williams. I just have a lot of stuff laying around because, I like to collect, but I don't like to just sit and just drink it all at once. And across the room, there's a bottle of, was it Crystal Head vodka, Clear Head vodka? It's the one that Dan Aykroyd owns. It has been sealed since 2011 when my wife picked it up at a bottle signing on Fort Knox.
Oh wow.
And I
How
have
cool is
a
that?
shot glass. Yeah, I've got a shot glass with a big red one patch on it. Tyler, enjoy. Dan, signed onto the glass.
How cool.
Nice.
And it's like I said, that bottle has never been opened because I'm not a vodka drinker. So it's just sitting there, looking pretty. Keith and Rob are like, you bastard. How can you do that to poor innocent vodka?
All I've got here is
Well, the
within
question is rye or potato?
I don't know. It could be rye. I mean, it is Canadian.
Eh. Oh, then never mind.
the only thing I have within reach that's enjoyable is Casamigos tequila. And I'm not a tequila guy, but I do enjoy this. And this is the George Clooney. This is not an advertisement, but George, you're welcome to advertise anywhere I appear
Yeah.
if you'd like.
Yeah,
But
I'm
like
sure
I
that
said,
he would absolutely love
Totally.
to advertise with one of the two of
Right.
you.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well,
So I
well,
don't enjoy tequila,
maybe
but for
maybe you
some
should
reason, this is good stuff.
maybe you should try Codigo.
Oh, I'm not
Codigo
familiar.
tequila. That is one that is owned by the king of country music, George Strait.
Oh wow, not familiar.
And yeah, he has his brand of tequila, and yeah, he's an army veteran. Kind of leans towards the conservative side. He might be willing to advertise with you.
What's happening with country music though? It seems like
Oh dear
more
God.
and more are becoming liberals, and I don't understand that at all.
Because it's
I
no
mean,
longer country, it's brochery.
wait, you got the etymology of this. I'm gonna need to explain to me. Brotree?
bro country. That's
What does that
when
mean?
that's when you start getting like the party anthem country music. Jason Aldean, Florida Georgia Line.
Okay.
Eric Church kind of started to go that way, and then he course corrected.
Course
Luke
correct.
Bryan.
All right. Hey,
He's still liberal. He's still a liberal. Don't get me wrong, but at least he
okay.
makes good music, in
So
my opinion, as a country music fan.
I see. Well, Rob, I saw a thing flash up. The sound was down the other day, but the crawler at the bottom said there's a guy in NASCAR running for Congress now. Have you heard about this? Do you know who
Nah,
I'm referring? Really?
I haven't.
it's the off season.
It's the off-season. So I want to find this out now because now I'm intrigued. Let's see, Congress running for NASCAR guy. Let's see,
Oh,
Austin
a
Thoreau.
total nobody.
Oh,
So
former ex NASCAR driver Austin Thoreau running to unseat Representative Jared Golden in Maine. Okay, Austin Thoreau.
None of those
yeah,
names mean a damn thing to me.
and it's actually
course.
like Terry Alt.
Oh,
Mm.
my bad. So
Yeah, now seeing the name, I know who it is, but Total
So
nobody.
you going anywhere for
Yeah.
Christmas, Tyler, or you staying put there in the
I'm,
Ozarks?
I'm staying right here in the Ozarks. It's one of the good things when I got out of the Army and I moved back home. I don't have to travel 8, 10, 12 hours for holidays,
Mm.
which, 2015 was like the worst Christmas travel ever
Hmm.
because Christmas night we were driving back to Fort Hood or Fort Cavazos now because
What?
everyone got
Wait, what?
they so all of these military bases that were
Yeah.
named after the Confederate generals.
Oh, was
Hood,
Fort Hood one of them?
Bragg. Yeah, Fort Hood was one of them. So
Oh
they named
no.
it. So they renamed it to Fort Cavazos. Which,
Huh.
okay, General Cavazos. He was the first 4-star Hispanic general in the United States Army.
Hmm.
Okay, I can appreciate that. However, I would have rather they named it Fort Benavidez because Master Sergeant Benavidez, he is like a legend amongst the infantry and special forces. He was literally pronounced dead on a battlefield in Vietnam because of all the injuries he had sustained, shrapnel, bayonet wounds, gunshots.
Mm.
And as the medics are zipping up the body bag, he spits a mouthful of blood in the medic's face, and oh, he's alive! And he Congressional Medal of Honor.
What a hero, huh?
Yeah, so I would have appreciated Fort Benavidez, but that's just my personal opinion.
Do we have
So
anything named after him in the armed forces?
I don't believe so,
Hmm.
but I mean, Fort Benning, Georgia, it was renamed to Fort Hal and Linda Moore after
Mm,
yes,
mm,
Hal and Linda Moore, named after the hero of Yadrang Valley. We were soldiers, and his wife.
Okay, cool.
Because so that at least is a really good name change.
Mhm.
Fort Polk, I have no clue what they went with on it. Fort Bragg, they renamed Fort Liberty. And it's like, really? They could have called it Fort Airborne, and no one would have gotten mad. But
Fort Airborne.
oh,
All right.
82nd, all Americans.
How
But
many
yeah, so
white
we're driving.
Christmases have you had there in the Ozarks?
Let's see. Last year we had a white Christmas.
Oh,
And a
wow.
couple years before that. So I mean, it happens on occasion.
Mhm.
Not with the frequency it did growing up, but then again, it wasn't like a regular occurrence growing up, like we lived, way up north or something.
I see.
But so
Wow.
that 2015, we're driving back to Fort Hood because I'm kind of like some other people where you get the go on the rabbit trails, you just have to follow it till you come back. So driving back to Fort Hood, and we are about 5 miles north of Muskogee, Oklahoma, on US 69, and deer runs out in front of me,
Mm-mm.
way too close for me to do anything other than hit it.
Wait, what road was that?
US 69.
Nice.
Nice.
I knew you would come back for that, but oh yeah, we ended up spending Christmas night at a La Quinta Inn right on the very
Uh-oh.
north side of Muskogee. Have to get a rental car and fight
Oh.
with insurance companies because the insurance company they only wanted to pay to tow it 100 miles. It's like 100 miles. That's McAllister, Oklahoma. That when my car's done, that's a 5-hour drive one way to go pick it up. And but the insurance company, they worked it out where okay, well we'll tow it to Plano to a body shop. Okay, that's better. Then the body shop is like, hey, yeah, we're delivering a load of cars down to the Fort Hood area, so meet us at the front gate. We will bring you your van. So, Caliber Collision, you're awesome.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. I've had to deal with them many times, but it depends on the location. For any of those out there that I've I've had to deal with a lot of when you have hailstorms every 5 minutes like Texas does. You end up dealing with the body shop quite a bit. So there's just one bad location, but all the other ones I've had just perfect experiences with. But I mean, there's one time when I got my vehicle back, they didn't put the tent back, even though they said that they no, it was totally like that. I'm like, no, it was you could not see into this vehicle. Now you
I had
can.
privacy
Stop
tinting.
lying. Right, right. And then the backup camera wasn't hooked up properly. I mean, it
Oh
was
my
one
god.
thing after another. I had to keep taking it back, but that was just one bad place. Every other caliber has been fine and great, actually.
Well, now that you have a cleaned out garage, you can
Mhm.
park your vehicle in there now, right?
No, no, come on, don't be ridiculous. That's for
Oh,
Carrie and
that's right,
Ezra's
because you
car.
took everything from the street, put it back in. That's right.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Ezra put everything out on the street for the trash man, and I brought it right back in. But yeah. Anyhow,
for, for those of
so
you who don't
Tyler,
get the joke, for those of you who
mhm,
don't
yeah, oh
get
yeah.
that joke,
On a
go back and
previous
find the At
episode,
the Mic. You'll find that
yeah,
At the Mic with Keith episode and check out the Tales of Dumpster Diving.
was that coffee with Keith, Rob? I believe
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it was
think
was that.
so.
Coffee with Keith. Coffee with Keith.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
mean, it's all part of the extended universe.
Yeah.
Loom.
There you go. There you go. A nice little you way to bring that home, Robbie. All right. So how are things there in Missouri? Like what are the politics like these days? You're more of a red state now than a purple
Wait,
state,
are
right?
you the guy? Are you? Is it now your show? I thought it was his
Mm,
show.
well, I'm
Whose
just
show is it?
Hey, he
just
can
getting to
ask me
know him.
questions. This just guys sitting around BSing. So you want to have a question like that?
Oh no, it's
Feel
a
free to
Christmas
ask.
spectacular, Rob. We should really be singing Silent Night right now. Hey, when is this gonna
Careful, you'll
post?
shoot your eye out.
When is this gonna like what day is this gonna post?
You know
It
that
will.
day, the day
Yeah,
that it
that
posts.
one day. The one.
Okay, cool.
Probably have it ready to post to hit. Should be Friday morning. Have it post to then get edited and put out there and everything.
Wait, which
Unless
Friday? This one or the 22nd?
this coming this coming
Oh,
Friday because
oh.
There's not going to be any
I
editing.
plan on, I have nothing better to do than sit and do nothing and at the last minute. I need to make sure the audio's good and the video's good and all right,
Hmm.
send it out there because procrastination is the best motivator.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you want some audio to edit, I can throw you some shows. I'll
Rob,
take a few days off.
how many podcasts you edit a typical day? About 10, right?
On a typical day, you can count on at least 7.
Do your eyes ever do you
Hurt?
ever just fall asleep while editing?
No.
Really?
Shortly afterwards.
Man, I can't tell you how many times when I used to do At the Mic every week, and I'd be so tired that while editing in the middle of the afternoon, on more than one occasion, gentlemen, it was like this. I'd have the mouse and I'd be looking at the waveforms and I just, whoa, no, okay, I guess I'm done for the day. Oh, just a
It all kind of
nightmare.
blurs together, though.
Man,
I
I
know.
just
So I do my live stream on Saturday nights at 10 o'clock at night because I don't want people listening live. Apparently, I'm just that much of a glutton for wasting my time. But
no, I see the
but
alerts,
real
bro, but I mean if I'm awake, see most of the time I'm asleep, but if I'm awake, I'm usually watching football and I'm like, I can't right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Saturday
and
night at
you
10
know
o'clock, I'm usually working with a former Speaker of the House.
Oh yeah.
right, and so this all started back when I was just recording, doing, and then putting out the episodes. Is that was the time of night where it was quiet enough that I could record because I
Mm,
didn't. This room used to be my daughter's room,
okay.
so I was out like in the family room, and my wife just turned TV down real quiet and just kind of
Mm.
enjoy her TV shows, and I would record. And there was a few times where my daughter's sitting at the kitchen table. Now I would say something, and you could hear her in the background like fall out of the chair laughing because it's like, whoops, got a little carried away there. But
You've
yeah, so then
got a
when I
house full.
started, well, it's gotten smaller. I've had one son who's moved out, a daughter who's gone off to college, and got 2 teens that rarely leave their room. So it works out now.
But I'm talking about the dog. How do you keep all the animals quiet while you're trying to record, man?
Bribery.
I mean, seriously.
Bribery. I was working on an episode last night, and probably like 15 minutes left. We have a macaw. Macaws are not quiet birds. They're big, they're brash, they're loud. And yeah, I don't know if you heard that. There's a Great Dane barking in the other room.
I don't hear anything.
I love this mic. I used to have a condenser mic that picked up everything. So now having a dynamic mic is so much better. But there's times where Wrigley, our macaw, he will be so loud that I can actually see it spike on the waveform on my screen while I'm recording. And he's, in another room. I've got the door closed. It's like, bro, you need to calm down. But yeah, 15 minutes left doing Saturday's show, and I just hear him in the other room. Rah, rah, rah. My wife's like trying to give him peanuts, pistachios, grapes, apple slices. Just shut up, bird. He's working.
Yeah, I my dogs are so loud that even if they're on the other side of the house, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, look, when you have an animal like that, you just have to let him shine through on the show. Who cares?
Oh,
that's when you make it part of the show.
Yeah, that's cool. If I ever have,
I have my producers, Henry and Wrigley. I mean, if they're heard, it's my producers adding their input. That's all it is.
I like it. I might steal that. Matilda and Tanner are my producers that don't know when to shut up.
So, really, I know I called this the Christmas Spectacular, and there's nothing Christmassy set up.
But it is spectacular.
It's always spectacular.
This show is real and it's spectacular.
And
it is something.
As opposed to the greatest episode ever recorded of the Tyler Morgan Show.
Okay.
It will not disappear into the void.
Boy. That was a fun conversation we had. I can't remember the topics, but yeah, that was some good stuff, man. And that really was crushing. I can't imagine.
Because we recorded that. I was home because the wife had COVID, and she completed her quarantine. I was still having to quarantine because everyone quarantined for 2 weeks, whether you wanted to or not. And so I was like, "Hey, Keith, I'm sitting at home. Let's have this discussion." And all right, cool. And we get recorded. Great conversation. And my computer crashes while I'm trying to edit. Actually, even before I try to edit, I haven't had a chance to save. Audio just done. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I think we've all been there, right, Rom?
Nope.
What do you mean, no?
I've never been there.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My issue always works.
And I'm a glorified amateur. Okay, that's all it is.
Well, 2 of my interviews that I did for At the Mic, I had to do twice.
Oof.
I'm trying to think of which 2. Yeah. Okay. So I had to do. Oh gosh. One of them I had to do again was with the former cook there at the Blaze, Matthew. And anyway,
I was going to say the guy who married that radio chick. Luckily,
Matthew
you remember his name.
Matthew Shelton. And well, I was trying to remember though. The reason I'm stalling here, I'm trying to remember what it was from the first one that was better than in the second one. He did an impersonation, I think, of oh gosh.
He impersonated that one guy, and he did an outstanding job.
What's the guy who's like, he does like this? I can't tell. Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. He was in the Fat Boy Slim video. Oh man, dancing all
Christopher
over the
Walken.
place.
Christopher
Yeah, it's
Walken.
Christopher
Christopher
Walken.
Walken.
Yeah, and
Because
he did a
everybody
Christopher.
can do a
Well,
Christopher Walken impersonation in some
yeah,
way, shape, or form. Now, is it
there you
a
go.
good one? I don't know.
Yeah, so I'll say that Matthews was
If you have to ask
Probably
if it's
better.
good or not,
wee bit better. But anyway,
I never
so I had
said
to
it
do
was
that
a good one. I never said I could do a good Christopher Walken. I just
one.
said
Right.
everyone can do a Christopher Walken.
And then Natalie from Chad Prather's show. I had to redo that interview. So they were both gracious and and did a great job and were cool about it. So anyway,
Yeah, that's one of those things. When we lost the audio of that, and I understand how busy you are and how pressed for time that you are with, and for both of you really, because I was like that when I lost that audio, I was just like, I don't want to ask him to do it again. You know,
I
it's
would have
like
done it again.
but it wasn't a you thing. It was like it was me because oh my gosh, I'm this poor noob who doesn't know what he's doing. I just screwed up an entire interview. Oh my god.
I think part of the issue was that it was so it was timely with stuff that was in the news that by the
Right.
time, anyway.
Yeah, because if it's something like this where you're just kind of bouncing off each other, or even you have the questions that they fill out prior for that iteration of the show, it's easy to go back and just hit the topics again. But when it's like you said, a timely thing, well, what did I say? Because that was contemporaneous and shooting from the hip.
Yeah.
And like I
Yippers.
said, I'd been doing my podcast for maybe a little over a year at that point.
Mhm.
I think Josh Jennings was the first person who ever came on the show.
Oh wow.
I know he worked at the Blaze. He used to write ad content for Glenn and some of the others.
Yeah, he still
And
does.
he still does. Okay, I haven't talked to Josh in forever, and he does a lot of work with Andrew Heaton. So he came on the show. He was like the first get I ever had, and then because he came on, we talked about that horrible Cuties movie because he had an article for the Blaze, and I like, hey, can I talk to you about that? Oh, absolutely. And so then you were like the second person I ever interviewed, and it's like I was so just like, oh my god, I can't believe I screwed that up so bad. And it was just like a real kick in the groin for confidence as a
How
new
many of these
podcaster.
I'm sorry to hear that. How many of these episodes have you knocked out? Do you know?
I think this will be 219.
Good for you, man. That's awesome. At the Mic was only 122 before I hung that up. Well, I'm sorry. Before I transitioned.
Yeah.
Before the podcast went under the knife. And now we talk about pretty much anything.
Yeah. I know you're getting into I don't want to call them conspiracy theories.
I will.
Alternative theories. We'll call them alternative theories.
Ooh, I like that. Write that down, Rob. Yeah, Rob is big time helpful with that. He is the technical know-how there that I absolutely lean on and appreciate, and and he makes sure that all the technical stuff happens. He's trying to teach me. I'm a terrible learner, but I'm trying to learn some of this behind the scenes stuff as we go. But yeah, he's invaluable with that stuff. And as you know, he knows his audio ins and outs. He knows his video ins and outs, and he knows this thing called the internets. And
Yeah,
so
the
I
internet,
just
yeah.
and I ask him questions, and he's just like, I think he rolls his eyes probably 24 times a day with questions that I ask,
I do
which
that
is
with
sad,
everybody.
but it's the truth. but it's the truth. I know that he's just like, oh, really, dude, we're
I,
doing this
I roll
again.
my eyes with everybody. It doesn't matter,
No, because like,
So
except
and I
Nikki.
like some of these, and I like some of these alternative theories that come out where some of them it's just so completely off the wall. It's like I cannot buy into that whatsoever. But some of them it's like, huh, that
hmm,
might be plausible. Like JFK,
yeah.
and JFK is one everyone talks about. And
Killed
this
over
is
a
something
turkey.
yep. And one theory I saw
Turkey.
that makes sense to me
Uh-huh.
was that, yes, Oswald was lone gunman. Now, that's not saying anything about towards any conspiracy that the CIA set him up to take the shots. It's just he was the lone gunman. But the everyone gets the number of shots wrong because, and this is from John Ziegler, and John Ziegler he's done a lot of great work. And this is one of those. It's like, well, I don't know if I believe it, but it seems plausible.
What's his
And
theory on this?
that so the magic bullet that is supposedly the first one that hit JFK in the back, came out the neck, then hit the Texas governor, and then did all the damage in him. His theory is that the first shot is the one that actually was the one that hit Kennedy in the back, but it was a bad round and didn't have the oomph to go all the way through and actually lodged in his back. Then the second shot hit the governor, and then it was the third shot that actually killed Kennedy. And it's just like, I'm not saying it's wrong or completely impossible, but it's definitely plausible.
Wait, is Ziegler saying that these shots were all from Oswald?
All from the same rifle, from the same location.
No.
Like I said, with my background in firearms, I can see, I believe that because, I've seen, factory rounds that someone goes to shoot them, you get, pop, no kick. There's enough powder that will push the bullet down the barrel part of the way, but it will not push it all the way out. So it's
Okay, that was the trippiest thing I have ever seen. Did you see that, Keith?
I did a thumbs up, and it popped up on my screen. I saw it on my playback. I don't know what I did.
What happened? I missed it.
I figured maybe it was something with your software.
No.
Do another thumbs up.
I don't see.
Do another thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know what happened. Oh, there we go.
Wow.
There it goes.
Okay.
What in the world is that? Okay, StreamYard, you're.
Oh, it must be your camera. Must be a setting on your camera.
It must be. I don't know. But
well, I'm kind of jealous.
Like I said, as far as the the ballistics go, that you have a bullet that travels fast enough to cover the distance and cause an injury, but not push all the way through. It's plausible.
I'm looking something up for you right now.
Yeah.
Go on.
Is that? But it's just one of those. It's like, I had to actually. It wasn't one of those things you write off just immediately because okay, that's just too crazy. I just actually had to stop and go. All right, let me do some back of the envelope math here because this could actually check out a little bit. And there's so many shows, so many books on JFK, and I listened to a ton of audio books, and I listened to one fairly recently that was about how the CIA killed both the Kennedys. They were responsible for JFK and RFK.
If the shoe fits, my friend. I'm looking
I
for a book, but it is unfortunately out of stock everywhere or ridiculously expensive, like I'm seeing between 60 and $110.
whew,
And the name of the book is by Robert Morrow, and it is firsthand knowledge: how I participated in the CIA mafia murder of President Kennedy. And I would highly recommend it. I'm clicking everywhere looking for it. It's out of stock. First hand. Yeah, everywhere I'm clicking is just yeah. Anyway, I would highly recommend people if they want to. I mean, there's literally I'm looking at maybe 2 copies on the internet. It's a $60 book one place and $107 and some change at another place. Let's see if it's on eBay. Hang on. 23 bucks on eBay right now. Very good copy. Oh, it says sold. Yeah, it's probably to me.
oh,
Probably to me. I would highly recommend Robert Morrow. It's just frustrating that you can't find this book anywhere, and it should be on every shelf in America, as far as I'm concerned. Let me check one more place here. Yeah, it's like not even out there anymore.
because
Wonder why.
I know on one of the streaming services, because there's so damn many of them anymore. There's they have a show that interviews a lot of the doctors from Parkland Hospital
Mhm,
and about how
mhm.
their observations at the time don't line up with the actual autopsy because Secret Service, well, I'm not going to say they stonewalled, but they stole the body of JFK because it's a murder that occurred in Dallas County. So the
Mhm.
person who should have done the autopsy was the Dallas County coroner, whose
Yes.
office was at Parkland. And
Yeah, there was
when they
no
were
federal jurisdiction at the time. Absolutely.
so yeah, and so it's kind of like I said, I think it would be let's just say for argument's sake, what happened, what the official line is what actually happened. And the coroner was actually able to do his job as the county coroner. And his findings lined up with what we've been told for what 60 years almost.
Yeah.
So if the findings had lined up from a guy who has no connections to the federal government, I wonder if we would still really be kicking around a lot of the conspiracy stuff. I mean, possible. I mean, you, there's been so much analysis done on the moon landing, but a huge chunk of the population says we've never been there.
Yeah. Well, I think when you see who Kennedy's enemies were within his own government, within his own
Oh yeah, they were numerous.
administration, and I think when you see that
The amount of people he pissed off.
right, and that he was so resistant to going into Vietnam, and then 3 days after his death, the new president, Lyndon Johnson, signed the orders that effectively got us
Rescinded.
into it. So
Well, yeah, because Kennedy he'd actually issued an executive order drawing down uh, special advisors from
yeah.
Vietnam, and then there was like three days after that is when he was assassinated. Conveniently enough,
So gosh, there's so much there, and
Uh,
the connection between the mafia and the Cuban exiles and the CIA, it's they all had
the
one
fact
common enemy, and that was President Kennedy.
and the fact um, that Oswald happened to be friends with a known CIA uh, handler as well as an FBI handler. They're in New Orleans, where part of where Oswald grew up, it's just like I said, maybe it's a coincidence, but sometimes so many coincidences starts making a pattern.
Yep. Well, congratulations, United States. July 4th, 1776 to November 22nd, 1963.
Drink one for the homies.
Then you got to
So-
pour one out for the homies.
Well, I'm not pouring out my bourbon on my floor. Okay, so I'm at least going to have a drink of my Coke. I'm not going to pour my Coke out on the floor either. They'll end up in my Hey Dudes, and they'll be all
Do you want
soggy
ants?
and
Because that's how
gross.
you get ants.
Bingo.
Oh
Bingo.
my goodness.
All right, so
Uh,
2023 has been
A shit show.
not as much of a shit show as the last couple of years.
yeah.
I don't know, Keith.
So-
You're in the trenches every day.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. Dumbest story of the year, Keith Malinak.
Oh gosh, bro, I don't know, man. I mean, you know what? The most mind-boggling, actually, as evil as this world is, and as much as it shocks you on a daily basis, does it really? No, but I would say that the fact that there are so many people, uh, in many in high places, but most of them are useful idiots, that are
Yeah.
siding with an organization that invaded a country and went into innocent people's homes and butchered them and raped them and recorded it and were so excited and happy about it and celebratory, and then to have so many people around the world
That just
just
simp
don't
for
even
Hamas.
care.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's
Like how evil
shocking.
have we become that it's like we could see evil plain as day. Well, they're not the bad guys. It's Israel's fault.
It's heartbreaking, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't know if that's the craziest story, but it's definitely shocking. It's definitely
Yeah, it's
because you know that the world is depraved and that there's evil in it and there are really stupid people. But
Yeah, but there used to be a line, and
yeah,
that used to be the line.
the thing that's
Yeah.
shocking now is that it's not this outlier every now and then that says something shocking, one person here, a couple people here. It's truly the size of these crowds in cities around the world, and you realize, oh my gosh, this kind of mindset is more prevalent than even I realized, and I'm someone who absorbs this stuff every day. And I realize that it's not truly grassroots, that these people are in many cases paid to be at these places, but I don't know that in on this particular topic that's accurate. I actually think that this is just evil that is in the world, as opposed to, hey, we need some people to go and we'll pay you $15 an hour to protest in front of the state capitol for, abortion rights or something. No, I think this is much, much larger than that. And this is an overwhelming amount of evil and stupidity, but it's shocking nonetheless, and I don't like it. And why would you go to a city for anything anymore?
Oh
Honestly,
yeah.
like I've got a friend of mine who's got me some hockey tickets. We're gonna go, and it's like I don't.
Do I
Fine,
really
maybe.
want to?
Yeah, I just and it's just because the fewer times that I can go into big cities, um, the better, you know? So,
Yeah. What about you, Rob? Dumbest story? I mean, it's hard to come up with something more awful than what Keith did because every party have a pooper, and thank you, Keith.
You're welcome.
So
Let's see.
what's a dumb story for Rob? Well, just like hit you in
a
some
German
way, shape,
court
or form.
ruling that a landlord sunbathing naked in the courtyard of his building wasn't a reason for tenants to lower their rent payments.
Wait a minute. Is that right now?
Wait, what?
This is throughout all of 2023.
Oh shoot! So that's not like a new
know,
thing.
And then there's Vienna nudists opposing plans for a cable car over their beach.
Okay, somebody has a keyword search news alert for nude.
More than 150 beverages delivered to a woman's home without explanation.
The nude.
No, nothing in the nude there. I just picked out the top nude stories for you, Keith.
And I do appreciate.
For a second, I was thinking Rob had just, when he set up his Google alerts, he just put in the word "send nudes," and then he got all the stories.
No. I put that out there on X.
Okay, I'm not. I still can't. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's
I'm
still
not
Twitter.
doing X. It's Twitter. Come
it's
on.
Twitter.
Of course
it's
Twitter.
Twatter.
Why do you think I said
the
X?
trash heap? All right,
but it's our trash heap. We love it.
Yeah, for me, dumbest story. And when it came out, I was shocked to hear that it got dumber. So when the military just did the mass kicking out of soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines who were refusing the COVID shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that kind of pisses me off. Then it came out that, oh, yeah, if you would like to re-enlist, we kind of made a boo-boo. Please, we need bodies. Re-enlist. Right. Well, so it was like 8,000 total who got the boot.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when it was covered on the Blaze, I covered it. It was like 42 people had responded with with it. 42 people had said,
basically our best and brightest were telling the armed forces what Elon Musk told Bob Iger of Disney.
Yeah. Oh, they said that was just who expressed interest. A whopping 19 actually re-enlisted. So 19 out of 8,000. And then on top of it, you tell these soldiers who got an other than honorable discharge because they're standing up for their rights, their beliefs. We're not, hey, we're too busy to go through and correct your records.
I
So
know.
you need to ask us to do it for you. And on top of it, to add insult to injury, the only people who got that letter were active duty Army soldiers. Reservists did not get it. National Guard didn't get it. Because screw the guys who are going to fill in any as backstops should there be a war and we don't have enough active duty personnel. We just want to fill the active ranks. And they got 19. It just
seeing with all the recruiting shortfalls, I guess that's the way they felt like they had to go about it.
But did they get the non-binary button pushers that we talked about? That sent me off on
no, because they didn't know how to address them.
By their rank. Well, no, because then certain
oh no, that's too
ranks,
specific.
Well, shit, we can't call them an airman because that might be offensive. What about seaman? No, that might be offensive too.
Air person.
If you call him a corporal, I mean, a corporal's lower than a lieutenant. If you call a lieutenant a sergeant, I mean, where does it end?
If you call a lieutenant a sergeant, you have insulted the entire NCO Corps. I'm sorry.
Tell you what, I hate to go ADD on you here, but maybe it's the tequila starting to talk. But we need to address something. I can't get over Guardians for Space Force. No, I don't like it.
Oh my God.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I know.
Space Force.
I don't like it. Fix that.
Yeah,
Make it different.
It doesn't. See, I just have crossed rifles and a blue cord. That's all I care, because oh hail the infantry, queen of battle, follow me. In my
What
Well,
would
heart,
you
I have no
prefer,
fear because my ranger god is near.
Keith? What would you prefer
that's what I'm
for?
thinking. Let's brainstorm real quick. What could we do?
um,
Oh, I got it. I got it.
well,
I got it. I've got it.
okay,
I've got it. We're done. So it's Space Force. We're gonna call them enforcers. You're shaking your head
I
no,
can dig
Rob.
it.
Tyler likes it.
I can dig it.
Tyler's a military man. He likes it.
I say send them all to
Sounds like a
ranger school.
second-rate baseball team from Cleveland.
Oh, that's Guardians.
Hence why I said second-rate
Oh gosh.
by
Enforcer.
comparison to the already second-rate team that's already there.
Think about this.
Right.
Think about this. So what is it? It's soldiers, Marines. Let's see, soldiers, airmen, right? Marines, sailors, enforcers. Oh, you like it now. See, Rob likes it now.
Now they should just be space seeds.
Space.
So I say send them all to the Army Ranger School,
Yeah.
and then once they have their tabs, they are Space Rangers.
Space. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Enforcers.
Space Rangers
Just because
is fine.
so many of them would quit just because. Oh my God! You want us to climb this mountain and rappel? He wants to go in the swamp at Eglin Air Force. But oh my God, I can't do it. And just weed them out.
Weed them out. Weed them
You know,
out.
if I thought for a moment that Space Force would actually be going into space, I would actually want to join.
Oh,
right.
I bet eventually they will. Well,
Yeah,
if we haven't
right.
disintegrated as a country by then.
We can't go to space now.
Why has it been 60 years? Why is that? Since we went to the moon.
Because no one knows how to use a damn slide ruler anymore, and we sent
50
men
years.
to the moon with slide rulers.
50 years.
Obviously, we've gotten more retarded, and the moon landing was fake.
I mean, look.
Apparently, I will agree with at least half of that statement. We have gotten more retarded.
I mean, NASA's a Muslim outreach program.
It is, man.
So
Yeah.
seeing as
Preach
the
it.
one space agency we have isn't worried about space, kind of defeats the
Yeah.
purpose.
It really does. All right, gents, it has been great sitting and talking with y'all and catching up. What would you
What, we
like
wrapping
to
this
say
up already?
We are wrapping this up already. It's been
He
an
hates
hour.
us,
I
man.
mean, we're just getting
It's
warmed
been
up.
an hour.
He hates us.
I know we are. And unfortunately, I have duties I have to perform as a house
you said
husband who
duty.
can't work.
I hope you
have
feel better. Good
children
luck
to
with your
feed
shoulder.
or something.
Yeah.
But
hey,
I
I
want
smell
to go
dinner.
back to work.
I actually
can
do smell
reach
dinner.
over my head. I can reach over my head. I used to not be
Yeah.
able to do that just a couple weeks
That's
ago.
awesome. That's awesome, man. Go to PT.
You have better
or it
mobility
won't-
than Keith.
Wait, that's not accurate. Hey,
Okay.
go.
Lift your right arm.
I don't want to lift my right arm.
See?
What?
Yeah.
See?
I can do it. I can do it. See that? Wow, I couldn't do that before my surgery.
Down.
It was this one. It was this arm actually that.
Oh,
that
okay.
had
Well,
the
then.
surgery. So anyway,
Yeah.
go to your physical therapy, bro, or it won't be worth it. Got it?
Yeah. Yeah, but
Okay.
that's what the surgeon said today. He said at least go to physical therapy a couple times, learn the
Yeah.
exercises, and make sure you do them at home.
Better.
So when are we going to do part 2? Because I feel like we really didn't get into much of anything that, creates a Christmas spectacular.
Well, next time I'm gonna have more alcohol, and then it'll be mellow.
Yeah, we'll try. If we do have a part 2, we'll try to schedule it for a time when both of you can drink.
I've
Well, I
lost.
mean, I
my
could drink
slipper.
right now. It's just I probably shouldn't.
Oh, I found my slipper. Y'all can stop looking for it. Anyway, I will say that show prep for Pat Gray Unleashed goes better with alcohol, which is why half the time.
Oh, I
I'm
imagine
prepping
it
at a
does.
bar. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Scrolling through the phone, drinking, bookmark,
Email.
See,
You know how
that's the
it's done.
thing I don't miss about your daily grind, Keith, having to do that because
Yeah.
all of the shows that I go through, yeah, a lot of them still lean in that political direction and everything, but I'm not listening for the content. I'm listening for the audio things that need to be fixed. I
Yes.
couldn't
Yeah.
care less what the content is saying.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got you're more technical now than creative.
Oh no, I still have to be creative with it. I just don't have to
You don't have to
invest
care.
so heavily in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could turn off the emotional attachment, I guess.
You just listen to blah 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 blah. Oh, have to fix that. Blah 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 blah. Oh, take that long pause out.
Yep. A lot of interviews, a lot of back and forths. That's it. That's those there are times where I kind of miss it, but then I think about it and I'm thinking, man, ever since October 7th, it would just be terrible.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
just
god.
monotonous.
Well, I've
Oh,
shut down all my
there's
light
there's
sources.
yeah, there's been weekends where I look at the news, come up with what I'm going to talk about, and it's like, do I really want to do this? All right,
Right?
gents, it
Amen,
has been
brother. That's
awesome.
the
Hank,
profound thing you've said. Yes. Do I really want to
do I
do this?
really want to do this? I say
No.
that every day when I get out of bed.
Every damn day.
Oh wow, this
But
room
it
looks
has.
so different without these on.
Uh-huh. What does
All
that
right, it
thing
has
say?
been
Should I
great
zoom
hanging
in
out
in?
with.
It says don't overthink shit.
Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. Hey, let's
Ni-
keep interrupting Tyler's sign off.
Nikki bought it for me because she felt like that's something that I need to be reminded of all the
I
time.
love it. I love it. I love it. Okay,
So,
Tyler,
It's
take us
amazing
out.
what I can do. It's amazing what I can do in post, though.
Yeah.
oh, come on now.
We'll take us out again.
All right, gents, it has been
Hey,
awesome hanging out
Rob,
with
I
y'all
love
and
your
having a.
setup there with all the lights and everything. It's pretty cool.
I'm going to be
No, you look
listening
like
to
an
this episode,
idiot.
and if you don't leave this in, I'm going to be very pissed.
All right, me too, man. If you like, I think he should take out the talk about Congress and all the representatives he was referring to, and leave this in. I don't think we need to have all that good stuff in.
Yeah,
But
take the first 15 minutes, chop it off.
yeah, get rid of that.
I could probably do
If you-
that. I have a an ad read that I didn't get to this week. I could just replace the first
Oh,
15
yeah.
minutes of content with ad read.
Hey, put the ad read up on the screen for us, and we'll read it with you.
Yeah, let's do it right now. Let's do this. Let's do this as a team.
Yeah, this will be great.
All right, this is gonna be
I d-
fun, y'all. Here we go.
I
Let's
don't
go.
know how to do this.
Whatever he is selling, he's going to sell so much of.
Dude, we are gonna hype whatever the hell this is. It's getting hyped, and you're gonna get a hangry Keith reading this one because I'm hungry.
What?
Like I said, it's on my phone, and the ad read is actually on the computer. So,
Okay.
joke's on you. I can't share it.
What you can't
What?
hit
Okay,
present
what's
at the
the
bottom of your
what's the
screen?
product? What's the product, bro?
The
We'll do
product
this.
is Magic Mind. It's a little energy shot thing.
Okay. Give me a couple more
okay,
details.
All right. So I will read this.
Yeah, yeah.
verbatim.
Well,
Now
yeah,
now
and
keep in
you
mind,
read the
I was
copy
probably
verbatim.
half lit. I was probably half lit when I wrote this. So
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, you read the copy, and Rob and I will chime in with kind of some like extra details and stuff. And with the delay, oh, it's gonna be the best read ever.
oh, absolutely. So as I said many times, I love coffee, but sometimes it leaves me jittery and unfocused. Whether I'm at my day job, working production on the podcast, those jitters and lack of focus really get in the way. The
Jitters are
crashes,
not good. I don't like jitters. Rob, do you like jitters?
Nobody likes jitters.
Screw jitters, man. Okay, sorry.
oh, they're
go ahead.
horrible. There's nothing better than working on a project, getting through your workday, or even just doing chores around the house. All of a sudden, you get hit with that tiredness. There's been
Oh
a
my
problem
gosh!
for
And then
me
you're
for
like
a
a
long
week,
time.
and you're lightheaded, and you're like,
Lose
this
focus.
sucks. How am I gonna make it the rest of the
Oh
day?
man.
And oh my gosh, is there anything out there sans jitters?
Yeah, it's really hard to pick up.
No, what else you got? Let's go. Is there anything
There's
out
been-
there
so
that
the
won't give me
only
the
thing I can
jitters?
So Magic
is it?
Mind is the first productivity shot designed for long-lasting energy without the crash. It was created by California entrepreneur James Bashara
That sounds
after an
perfect,
ER
bro.
trip that was the product of too much stress and caffeine. He ended up combining
Yes.
doctor-recommended green tea with other natural ingredients, and Magic Mind was born.
What's
Magic
the
Mind is an
website?
Magic Mind is
What's
an energy shot, but unlike those that claim to offer 5 hours of energy or those monsters cans are loaded with sugar and caffeine,
Yeah.
Magic Mind is a blend of natural ingredients that has long-lasting
I love
energy release
natural.
without the caffeine jitters and crash.
I love natural.
Yeah. All natural.
Blend of natural ingredients from the best suppliers they can find. It is sugar-free, nut-free, vegan, paleo, and keto-friendly if you're into that stuff.
Nice.
Nut free.
Yeah, I'm not into nuts.
Yeah, Rob definitely enjoys the nut-free.
Is
It
this
Hey,
the
it's got.
website?
Oh wow, this stuff has matcha in it. This has
It-
really. This
yeah,
stuff has
it-
matcha.
Is this where people
Matcha.
need to go, bro?
magicmind.com/Tyler Morgan. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, yo. Hold on. Don't go to that. Go to this. Hang on. Hang on.
Ooh, experience these 5 enhancements in 5 days for elevated mental health.
If y'all don't go there, then I'm gonna be mad at you. And if you don't go to magicmind.com/Tyler Morgan, I hope you get a case of the jitters.
Right. Hey, and guess what? If you go there and go to that link, use the promo code.
What do I get?
Tyler
What do I
Morgan 20.
get?
Wait,
What
wait,
do I
wait,
get
wait.
there?
He just told us the promo code. You talked
Yeah.
right over the promo code,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, promo code Tyler Morgan 20.
Hang
You
on.
will get 20% off your order. And if you get a
Yes.
subscription, if you sign
What
up
kind
for
of
a
shipping?
subscription,
Yeah. Hang on.
free.
Hang on.
And like I said, if you sign up for a subscription and you use my promo code,
What's
you
the
can
promo code
save
again?
Tyler Morgan 20.
Okay.
If
Gosh,
you subscribe, you will.
I wish I was
you
born
will
with a name
save.
people could spell.
You can
What do
save
you
up
save?
to 56% off your first
What?
month if
So-
you sign up for
Okay.
a subscription.
So let's get this right, y'all. It's magicmind.com/Tyler Morgan. And when you go to checkout, be sure to use promo code Tyler Morgan 20. You can save yourself up to 56. What was that? 56 what?
56%.
% off. I'm happy to help.
Now, and guess what?
Now, there's more.
If you buy it, you try it, and you don't like it,
Then what?
100% guaranteed money back guarantee.
Woo! All right, so I'm
Spend the
actually
money.
looking at the website right now, and let me tell you, when he talks about that big discount, how much you can save, it's legit.
Oh,
The one-time purchase is $148.50. If you go with the 30-pack monthly subscription,
okay.
that price, because of subscribe and save, drops down to $97.50. Then you still get 20% off of that.
What? Did you know
Come
that
on.
caffeine increases the body's stress hormone? And excess caffeine will decrease your sleep quality, requiring more caffeine the next day for the same alertness. And many energy drinks include harmful compounds and excessive amount of sugars, excessive amounts of sugar. But now, if you look over on the side of the ledger that says Magic Mind, you can boost your energy, increase focus, boost your memory. And you boost your mood, decrease your stress, decrease your inflammation. Oh my gosh, inflammation. Don't get me started on that. Heaps of
It's the turmeric
antioxidants.
they have in it.
It's going to support your immunity with vitamin C, vitamin D, and all sorts of good stuff
And
to help
gaining 1
the
or 2
body's
inches on your way.
immune. Wait, I didn't
don't
see
think they
that
claim
one.
that one.
They do not.
Oh, that's too bad. Y'all need to add that over at Magic Mind. Anyway, get over to magicmind.com/Tyler Morgan. Don't forget to check out. You're going to want to use your promo code Tyler Morgan 20 and save yourself up to 56% because Magic Mind is better than caffeine.
And it's magic.
Amen and hallelujah. Magic Mind, this is what happens when I do a show with true professionals and they just take over and they do my sales pitch for me.
Yeah.
Please pay me. Please continue to pay me.
We ruin it and make it better all at the same time.
That's right. That's right.
I want my $50, okay? All right, guys. Seriously, thank you for joining me, making my ad read for Magic Mind an absolute blast.
We made it magical.
It very magical, and there was no ER trips for too much caffeine and stress.
That's right. That's right.
That's the
Hey
best
man,
part.
thanks for having us. We appreciate
Oh
you
yeah,
very
absolutely.
much.
We'll have to do it
Oh
again.
dang, I skipped past the how to use Magic Mind. You shake it, you shoot it, and you enter flow.
What is happening? Hey, by the way, don't forget to tell. There
Whoa!
wasn't
Leave
real
flow
quick
out of this.
before I forget. You were you hung out with us on one of those Ask Keith anything things over at youtube.com/at the mic
At
with
the
Keith.
mic.
Is it at the mic with Keith, Rob? Right? At the mic with Keith.
Yeah, I believe it is at the mic with Keith.
Thank you. So anyway, they got to find that episode you were on.
Yeah, if you go to youtube.com/at the mic with Keith, or just search at the mic show with Keith, you will find it.
Oh, cool! I like it. All right.
If you look for the episode with me, Coffee with Keith is great. Rob works on like 5 bajillion podcasts, so
Incredible.
I'm sure you probably listened to one that he works on. So, Rob, continue doing great work for former speakers of the House and others.
Yeah.
And former Fox News hosts.
Wow.
Trying to think of what
I'm gonna go eat supper now. I love y'all.
Have fun,
All right.
Keith. Enjoy.
Later, Keith.
Bye.
Right.
Bye, gentlemen. See
All
ya.
right, guys.
It's been a pleasure.
See y'all.
You have a good
it
one.
has been blast.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
See ya.
Later. Bye.